Mike Fisher reporting from the Star in Frisco, where we need to talk about Dallas Cowboys communication, or more specifically, my communication. And I owe you 3 of them. I wish I had the bell. 1, 2, 3. When I first started this project, Fish Report, some people were asking me, some of my colleagues were asking me, why do you give out your email? That doesn't seem wise. You're going to get a bunch of emails, and 45,000 people are going to have your email. And it occurred to me that yes, but that you wouldn't abuse it, but you'd reach out to me if we had something that we needed to address. And certainly the YouTube format allows us to have a conversation to some degree, but actually being able to walk up to me at the Star, or walk up to me at the Maverick Bar, or walk up to me at a Cowboy game or whatever, and have our communication that way, it's even better, or by phone or by text or whatever. I'm not saying call me, I'm not saying text me, and I'm not saying DM me. I'm saying that what we've done with my email has been very useful, and here's why. It's helped me do some right things, your emails, and it's helped me fix some wrong things. And here's the 3 of them that we're going to address today. Thing number 1, ding. Princess emails me. Says, Fish, I've turned on a lot of my friends, African-American people of color, white and black and tall and short and man and woman and young and old, and I've turned on my friends to watch your show. And we enjoy it very much, except the other day you talked about the Cowboys, you were talking about contracts, about the ability to buy a player. Should you buy Randy Gregory or Michael Gallup? Should you buy Dalton Schultz or Cedric Wilson? Should you buy Leighton Vander Esch or Connor Williams? And Princess makes just a really astute point by saying, maybe, she didn't say maybe, I'm saying, and I'm not saying maybe either, maybe there's a more sensitive way to say that. And of course, she's right. Over the 32 years of me doing this in Dallas and 40 years of me doing this in the NFL, I've tried to be sensitive to the idea that we buy a player's contract. And of course, Princess points out in the NBA, their level of sensitivity to this is such that the owners are now generally called governors, or they're officially called governors. They govern over their team and govern over their employees. They don't own their employees. And it's a really important distinction. And I wish I would have been more sensitive the other day in acknowledging that distinction. So thank you to Princess. Princess also makes the point, and I think most of you will agree, if you followed me over the course of 5 months, 5 years, or 32 years, I think you realize my attempts to be open-minded and sensitive to these kind of issues, while also talking about them openly as we're doing here. But that doesn't mean that we don't stumble, and that was a stumble, and I will do my best to not have it happen again. Thing number 2, ding. Along a similar line, Evan emails me and says, Fish, enjoy the show. I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry. But that cuss fest that you and Sean Sharif had the other night, I kind of wish you would have warned us, because a lot of us sit around the kitchen table, the dinner table at night, watch Fish at 6 with our family. We got the 10-year-old boy and the 8-year-old daughter sitting there, and we're watching a cowboy show, and the next thing you know, you guys are cussing like a couple of sailors, and that is also correct and also my fault. I'm the one that told Sean, who I think is one of the best talk show hosts in America on 105.3 The Fan, hey, guess what? You don't even have to watch your cussing on this show, because obviously in terrestrial mainstream radio, there is no cussing. On this show, obviously, sometimes I get a little raw, and so do you. And our emotions come out, and I think there is a place for those words somewhere. There's a place to use those words in a powerful way and an informative way. But and Sean was, his passion was real in defending 105.3 The Fan and the way it interviews Jerry Jones. But I shouldn't have given him that much license. I should have reeled him in a little bit. And you guys are wise to point that out. So I will watch that. Sean won't be a problem. Next time he comes on, he can control himself. I'm the one that's on here all day long, every once in a while, not watching my language, and I will take that under consideration. And please accept my apologies there around the dinner table. And 3, ding. Robert emails me a couple times over the weekend, and this might have happened Friday, his wife, I think her name's Teresa, fell ill, like immediately. And of course, immediately I thought it might be because of Sean's cussing, but it was apparently, and they didn't know this at the time, a bad medicine mix. Ambulances come. It's a very serious hospital issue, maybe even bordering on life and death. And Robert wants to thank us for acknowledging his temporary crisis. He believes that our comments and our warmth and our prayers helped Teresa get through, and she is now recovering in the hospital, and Robert and the rest of us very happy about that. All three of those communications via email to me are of great value to me. They're instructive, they're inspirational, and I thank you for when you reach out to me, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to communicate with you and to exchange ideas with you. And sometimes I'm right. Sometimes, most of the time, you're right. And in this case, you're right all three of these times. At the Star with the Cowboys Fish. Out.